Okay, now students we will be calculating what will be the torque acting on a rectangular loop placed inside an uniform magnetic field. So in this arrangement, we have taken two magnets. This side north pole is there, this side south pole is there. So that magnetic field will be directed from north to south in this direction. And inside this region where the magnetic field is present, I have taken a rectangular loop A, B, C, D, which is placed, and in this rectangular loop the current I is flowing from A, B, C, D and A. In this direction the current I is flowing. This is the direction of the current I is flowing. I, and here in the first case I have taken that the plane of this loop is along the magnetic field. Means both the magnetic field and the plane of this loop, they are parallel to each other. They are lying in the same plane. And the length of this rectangle I have taken B, and breadth I have taken A. So now we will find out what will be the torque. So before calculating the torque acting on this rectangular loop, let us first calculate what is the force acting on each arm. Here four arms are there, AB, BC, CD and DA. So we will calculate what is the force acting on each arm, then we will go for the calculation of the torque. So here you can see that first we consider the length BC and DA. BC, we can see that the length element and the magnetic field, they are in the same direction. Here also the DA, length element and the magnetic field, they are anti-parallel. Means here the angle is 0 degree and here the angle is 180 degree in between L and B. So we can see that from our expression that F equal to ILB sin theta, you can see that the value of the force BC is equal to the value of the force AD, and it will give rise to 0 because they are parallel. Here angle is 0 and this one is anti-parallel, angle is 180 degree. Hence the force acting on this length BC and AD will be 0. So only two arms are remaining left only. One is AB and one is CD. Then we will find out what is the force acting on the arm AB and on the arm CD and about its direction. So I will write force acting on the arm AB will be equal to I, length is our B, magnetic field is our B. So the value of the force will be IBB, where B is the length and this B is the magnetic field. The magnet direction of the magnetic field is in this direction, B is present, and this is the length. So that means the magnetic field will be in this line, the length will be in this line. So to find out the direction, you will take L cross B, and if you do L cross B, and you can see that the direction of the force L cross B, it will be in the downward direction. Hence I will write the force will be equal to IBB directed downward. Downward means into the plane. Then similarly the force on BC is 0. Now we calculate force on CD. F on the arm CD. Here also you will get the force will be I, length will be B, magnetic field will be B. Length is in this direction, magnetic field is in this direction. L cross B, if you will take L cross B, the direction will be coming directed upward. That means this force will be acting in the downward direction and this force will be acting in the upward direction. And you can see that here the magnitude of the force is IBB and here also the magnitude of the force is our IBP. That means we can say that the magnitude of the force AB is equal to the magnitude of the force CD. That means here the two forces, they are equal in magnitude but the direction is opposite. That means they will constitute a couple and the rectangular loop will rotate. So now we'll find out in which direction the rectangular loop will rotate. You can see that here this force is acting in the downward direction and this force is acting in the upward direction. That means it will rotate in the anti-clockwise direction. So I'll indicate the direction that this coil will rotate in the anti-clockwise direction because this will be going down and this will be going up. So it will rotate anti-clockwise. That will be equal to our IBB, the force value is coming IBB. So now we calculate what will be the torque. So to calculate the torque, I'll just take this arm, AD arm. Here the length is A. This is the force acting in the downward direction is our F, AB, and this is the force which is acting in the upward direction is our F, CD. So this is the midpoint. This will be A by 2 and this will be A by 2. From our class 11th we know that the expression for the torque will be what? The magnitude of the force into the distance from the center. That remember that in the Furclub. So here F, tau, net torque acting, tau will be equal to F AB into A by 2 plus F CD into A by 2. Now we'll put the value of the force that we have derived. FAB is our IBB. This is IBB into A by 2 plus IBB into A by 2. And you can see that this will be IABB A by 2, IBB A by 2. This will be equal to 2 IBB A by 2. 2 will be cancelled. And you will get this will be equal to I A B B only. This will become 2 twice, then the 2 will be cancelled. So tau will become I A B B. And you can see that this term A into B, you see length B, breadth A. So B into A will give you the area of this rectangular loop. So I can write this implies that my tau will be equal to IAB, where A equal to AB is the area of the loop ABCD. Okay, so this will be the expression for the tau. Tau will be equal to IAB, which will be acting on this loop. A will be the area and B is the magnitude. Oh, sorry, magnetic field. So the expression for the tau in this case, where the plane of this rectangular loop and the magnetic field, they are lying in the same plane. In the next class, we'll see that we'll consider that our this plane of this magnetic field, the plane of this rectangular loop will not be lying in the same plane as of this magnetic field. it will be making certain angle with the magnetic field. In that case, we will see what will happen to our torque. So now let us consider the second case. I'll keep the same diagram. Just I will erase this rectangular loop. Here I will see that the plane of this rectangular loop is making certain angle with the magnetic field. Just imagine 3 dimension. That means uh, previously this one is the magnetic field in this direction, and the plane of the loop was like this. I am using my four fingers. That like this the loop was present. Now we'll see that let the loop is present like this. It is not along the plane of the magnetic field. Magnetic field is in this direction, and this is my loop. That means here certain angle is there in between the plane of the loop and the magnetic field. Whatever maybe we will consider this as theta. So I will draw the diagram. Like this. This is the loop. Name it A, B, C, D, and this one is our A. Same current I is flowing in this direction. I is flowing. This is the magnetic field. Let the angle between the magnetic field and the plane of the loop is theta. Theta is the angle. B is directed in this direction. So now in the same process you can see that here this the force acting on B and BC and AD will be 0, and here the force acting on the AB and CD, that will be equal, I will write again, F AB will be equal to magnitude. I will write FAB equal to IBB directed upward, FCD will be equal to same IBB directed downward. Same direction we will get, and this will be the axis, so that again it will rotate in this direction, in the anticlockwise direction, because here the force FAB will be equal to our force FCD will be equal to our IBB, same in magnitude. So now these two forces which are equal in magnitude but opposite in direction, one will be in the downward and one will be the upward direction, it will rotate this dipole. So we have now find out what will be our torque. So again I will draw this diagram, taking the arm BC. Actually this is like this. This is the side B and this is the side C. The length is our A, and the forces are acting in this direction. Okay, and this is FCD and this is FAB, and this is the midpoint, and this will be I will use this one so that it will be clear. And this will be our magnetic field, and this angle is our theta. So I will draw two perpendiculars here. It will be right angle, it will be right angle, and again this angle will be also our theta. Now I will calculate what will be our torque. Tau will be equal to, we know that tau will be equal to our force into the perpendicular distance. Here the perpendicular distance is this one, and in this case the perpendicular distance is this one. So you have to find out the perpendicular distance. So we will take the sine theta in this triangle. This is our a by 2 and this is our also a by 2. If you will take sine theta, this one will be coming a by 2 sine theta, and this one also will be coming a by 2 sine theta. So in this right angle triangle, this will be theta. So this is the tau. Now will be coming force into perpendicular distance, that is F AB into a by 2 sine theta plus F CD into a by 2 sine theta. Now you put the value of the F here. That will be equal to I B B a by 2 sine theta plus I B B a by 2 sine theta. Again you can see that here it will become 2I B B a by 2 sine theta. 2 will be cancelled and you will get tau will be equal to I A B B sine theta. Here also you can see that A into B, this A into B will give you the area of this rectangular loop. So I can write capital A instead of AB. So I will write tau will be equal to I A B sine theta, where A is our A into B, area of ABCD. So this will be the expression for the torque tau acting on the rectangular loop when the plane of the rectangular loop will be making an angle theta with the direction of the magnetic field. In that case, the tau expression will be coming IAB sine theta. But if the plane of the loop is in the same direction or making angle 0 with the direction of the magnetic field, then you will get that our tau will be coming only IAB. In the previous case we have already derived that tau will be coming IAB. Now here I will introduce one term, that is our magnetic moment. As like our electric dipole moment, here also magnetic moment is there. The magnetic moment M is denoted by M. M is given by I into A. You have to remember this formula. In the next chapter we will be discussing about this magnetic moment, but you just remember that the magnetic moment is given by M equal to I into A. So in this case, in the place of IA, I can write M. So my tau will become MB sine theta. The expression for the torque will now become MB sine theta, where M is the magnetic moment of this loop. And you can see that if it is mb sin theta means I can write it like this, implies that my in vector form a tau vector will become our m vector cross b vector. Tau will become our mb sin theta, or in the vector form tau will become m cross b, because this is sin theta. We know that ab sin theta means a cross b. I'll just say you what is the direction of this magnetic moment m vector. To find out the magnetic moment, suppose a circular loop is there. Here the current is flowing. Suppose I current is flowing. I wish to find out the direction of this magnetic moment m for this loop. You just see that the direction of this magnetic moment m is always in the direction of the area vector. Suppose if you consider a surface. Suppose this my hand here in this surface. Suppose here current is flowing, or the area vector of this surface will be normal to it. Either it may be perpendicularly upward or perpendicularly downward. This is the direction of the area vector. And here the direction of the magnetic moment m is along the direction of the area vector. That means it will be having two directions. Either it will be in the upward direction or in the downward direction. So we have to find out what will be the direction, whether it is up or downward. For that one you have to use your right hand thumb rule. What you have to do, now in the just curl your four fingers in the direction of the current in which the current is flowing in the loop. Suppose in my finger, in my hand, the current is flowing from in this direction, anti-clockwise. If the current will be flowing anti-clockwise, then if I curl my four fingers, the thumb is directed in the upward direction. So in this case, the direction of the magnetic moment will be in the upward direction. This is the direction of the magnetic moment. Similarly, if in a loop, the current will be flowing in the clockwise direction. If the current will be flowing clockwise direction, and if you curl it, you'll see that the direction of the magnetic moment will be in the downward direction. You just remember how to find out the direction of the magnetic moment. The magnetic moment is given by I into A. You see here area is there. So that's why the direction of this magnetic moment M. I is a scalar one, A is a vector one. So it will be directed in the direction of the area vector. So either it will be perpendicularly up or in the perpendicularly downward direction. So now up to now the expression for the tau is coming m cross b, where the surface or the plane of the loop is not in the direction of the magnetic field. It is making certain angle with the magnetic field. If you was to find out the direction where the theta is coming, you can see here. Here this one is the direction of the B, north to south, and as it is tilt like this, the loop is like this, so the area vector will be like this. So this will be the direction of the magnetic moment M, and this angle will be the theta angle. Hope you all will be getting this one. Suppose this is the magnetic field going in this direction, and I have placed the loop like this. So the area vector or the magnetic moment will be coming like this, and this angle is our theta. Magnetic field and the magnetic moment, the angle is coming theta, which is written here sin theta. So this is all about our what is the torque acting on a rectangular loop when it is placed in an uniform magnetic field.